now that we've finished talking about co-curricular and subjects in general in quite depth, I think the final thing about year 12, which we probably need to focus on, is uni applications, UCAS, and all of the wonders that come with that, essentially. So it's quite interesting because as much as Anirudh and I might say, yeah, we know some stuff about this. You're going through the process now of uni applications, doing your personal statement, things like that. So if you could give like a summary of how that's been and what it's like doing all of those type of things, yeah, take it away.
So there's like I'm gonna give the first one. I'm just gonna talk about America firstly because I feel like that's the one that needs to be talked about the most, just because it's so early that you need to kind of get everything done essentially now. If you're in year 12, I didn't personally apply to America one because I didn't really know how to. We weren't really told much about it until applications were like kind of halfway done. But in terms of America, if you have like, I mean, no idea whatsoever what you want to do, America's kind of perfect because you can major and minor in a bunch of things that you love and walk out with these majors and minors and then have so much more clarity when you leave 3 or 4 years later and you can decide what you want to do after that. I feel like the UK is really very much you do this or you do this. It's like a lot of people, I'd say the makeup of our year is around 40% economics, 30% medicine, 20% engineering, and then whatever, like 10% other. Everyone, everyone kind of wants to do something that will make them a lot of money, but they also know what they want to do. I guess they know what their skills lie, and therefore they can do that, which is great. But for me personally, I have no idea what I want to do. I might go into finance, I might go into law. I just don't have a clue. So personally, I'm applying for philosophy, politics, and economics, which is probably, other than liberal arts, probably the most broad course you can do um, in terms of a degree, because there's no one way to go down. I could go down the politics route, which I doubt I will, but I could. I could go down the finance route. I could do a law conversion. So my options are very much open, which is good. And I'd recommend looking at degrees you might be interested in pretty much now, because as soon as the second half term like starts, you're going to be doing your personal research project and uni applications. There's this really good program the school uses called Unifrog, which basically helps you with your entire like application process. They show you basically all the universities that offer your degree. They help you make a short list. They ask for your skills and basically summarize your skills for you in a little portfolio that they make. There's like a progress bar to show you where you stand in the year, which made a lot of people competitive. And but the main thing is personal statements as well. That's really, really important. Like I literally just finished writing mine a few days ago, and it needs to go for clearance, and I need to get everything done early, simply because I'm applying to Oxbridge. And if you're doing medicine or applying to Oxbridge, then applications are really early for you. Like everyone gets their stuff done in December usually. Oxbridge has to be basically done and dusted by like mid to late September. So crazy. One thing I'd say about about Oxbridge is that basically once you get everything early, it's blessed. But if you like wait to the last minute, it it's not going to look good for you. So in terms of personal statement, what I'd mention is now doing some reading around the subject you want to do and making sure you actually read those books. Because one thing about personal statement, if you are doing an interview of some sort, they will not only know if you've read it, but they'll also ask you about the book. So if you haven't read it and you've just done like, I don't know, 15-minute blinkers listen or read the summary on Spark Notes or something, they will know. They will definitely know. They'll like drop a few hints in the interview to see if you're going to pick up on the hints, and they'll know if you've read the book. Another thing is doing your own writing, and I'd recommend a bunch of essay competitions. Literally, I spent this whole year just finding essay competitions to do, and then also like engaging with these essay competitions, and I was able to win a few, which is really cool. But even if you don't win them, the fact that you're actively engaging with your subject is also really important. Whether you're doing something like philosophy or physics or engineering or medicine, there will be some sort of competition you can enter, and they're just interested to see whether you actually care about your subject outside of school. personally, my personal statement makes no reference to anything I've done at school apart from my personal research project. And one time I was in a history lesson. So I'd say that's also really important. But just finding what you love. I feel like there's a lot of pressure to do whatever will make you a lot of money. So whether that's medicine and going down the conventional route of medicine or finance or engineering or law. But I think that my main piece of advice would just be follow what you love. And who's, especially in the current climate we're living in, a job is created every day. And to an extent, I mean, whilst pay, it matters a little bit, but what you love will, as long as you pursue it and try as hard as you can in that, I don't see why you couldn't make a lot of money in that regard anyway. So don't do what you want to do. Well, don't do basically what other people are telling you to do because they think it's right for you. It's your life, not theirs. So definitely pursue that. And honestly, if you don't really love it, your application will be weaker anyways. Like, let's say someone forced me to go into engineering and I'm terrible at physics. Oh my gosh. If I went and put it on my personal statement, I would have to read a book I was not interested in, do an essay I couldn't really care less about. And I feel like my tone of voice subconsciously would be one of disinterest, and the university would not want to accept me anyway. So they can, like, your tone definitely can evoke enthusiasm. Like if you read people's personal statements, I find it fascinating. I find it interesting. I'm intrigued by. I'm captivated by this. You can see when people are enthusiastic about something. So definitely apply for something you really care about. You're enthusiastic about, and that's pretty much it in terms of uni admissions. But our school, I know Habs especially, has a bunch of assemblies and like speakers coming in to talk about uni and give you more advice as well. But that's kind of how the process has been for me. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I would definitely attest to the fact that I think I've heard this a lot. I mean, Anirudh, your dad said this to me a while back, I think 2 years back. It's just kind of like, don't look for some job just because you know it will make you loads of money. Look for something that you know you love and then work hard at it and then make loads of money based off what you love. It's like
Yeah.
it's that fun funny like quote that I heard just randomly, which is just it's just an interesting and I think it's the right way to look at life. It's just like, don't worry about the money, because if you do something you love and you work really, really hard at it, money will come. And the main thing is that you're happy. That's the main thing. You're just happy in life.